Yeah, I'm Billy Brown from East Side Long Beach, 1-2 in California, like one of the last of the Ace Deuce group. And I think y'all got the wrong idea about us. Everybody is getting at me like the Ace Deuce Long Beach was black on black gang fighters. We were never that. We pro-black. We always protect the hood. We didn't have no whites in unless they was spending bread. Our colors wasn't blue, it wasn't red, it was green. If it wasn't about the green, we didn't do it.
Where was you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Mount, Texas. It's just like a little farm back home out in, I'd say like maybe 200 miles from Dallas. Ain't nobody there but my cousins, and people wondering why I say cut. My whole town was my cousins. Niggas across Main Street, they was blood. That was our blood. We fucking our cousins. So they were blood. That's where we came with the blood and the cuz from in the first place. So now it kind of hurt me to see that they done took our shit and broke it in half and they got black on black. And nigga told me, don't cuss me. I'm like, nigga, if I don't cuss you, it's gonna be something else. Cause if I cuss you, that means you my loved one. If I don't cuss you, then I don't know you. I'm just gonna say hello, sir. How you doing? You know, young man. Keep it respectful. It ain't about fighting each other over a word. The only way you got your ass kicked in the hood, you had to fuck with a minor, an elder, or steal a nigga shit, or some dumb shit. You ain't gonna get shot.
All right.
You might get cut, but not deep.
What year was you born?
1954.
Okay, 54. And when did your family move to California?
We moved out here in the end of 64, and 65.
And where'd you guys land at?
Right here in Long Beach, right here on it was like between Anaheim and New York on Lewis.
Okay.
That would be 13th Street in Lewis.
When you was a child, what did your family do for outings and fun days and on weekends?
Shit. Probably barbecue or something at the house. It wasn't like that. Bread wasn't, like I'm saying, we was on stamps and hustle. We might go to the beach or down to the pike, Long Beach Pike, but we going down there to get some of that money they got. Just flowing everywhere. The sailors is out here, you know, we're just going out there. We call it running the game, running the con, you know, tricking motherfuckers.
So was the population largely white?
Not in the hood, and we had some whites, but you know, they was like prostitutes and, you know, maybe drug users or something, but the other whites came in here, they just came in here for the excitement to get played, to get, you know, so they can go back to work and say, yeah, I got ripped off for $300-400 this weekend. How much they get you for? You know, because the same ones came back every week. And that's how we got our money. When the whites come in the hood, that's where we got our money from. If we had to trick them, con them, whatever.
So Long Beach has been a diverse community as long as you can remember?
As long as I can remember.
What schools did you attend?
I attended Lincoln Elementary School. I think I started there in the 4th grade. I was like, shit, 11 years old.
Okay. What high school?
I went to Poly for a minute. I got carried out of there by 2 detectives. And I got back, I was grown. So I went to Wilson High School, got a GED, and just kept grinding as usual. And then when about the money, we didn't do it. We didn't have daddies. Not in the house. We had some come by every now and then fucking with moms, but them was just some more niggas. The niggas across here, across PCH where we at now, these niggas all had cars. We ride bicycles to school. We mob to school. These niggas driving up in 64s and 6 trays and 6 deuces and shit. So we didn't too much give a fuck about these niggas over here. We got food stamps. Them niggas got cash. So we, the original like low down, what do you call it, melting pot hood niggas. We had to survive on our own. My mom, she worked at Whiskey at Go-Go. She was a go-go girl. So I'm out all night. They don't get out of there like 3 o'clock in the morning.
When you was in high school, did you go to school with any Compton guys went to your school?
Yeah, one Compton guy, and this is my brother, rest in peace. And he also used to stay right there on New York and Lewis, but his mom moved to 94th and Great. So we in Compton in the projects every day, back and forth, riding Stingrays all the way from Anaheim to 94th Street and robbing everything on the way. We had the keys to all the bubblegum machines and all the stores. We sagged out with quarters and cashing them in all the way. But David Bender, I like to give him his props because from Compton to Long Beach, could nobody fade us two together or separate. Nobody even tried because they knew us. And this hood, right, this little, where we at right now, it was only a building there, and it was just a little building. This was all neighborhood right here. I had an auntie stay right there where the benches is over there. And we just mob all through this hood right here. So they trying to say that we were a gang. I really don't call us a gang. We were like a group of youngsters that only leadership we had was our leaders that were in the civil rights movement, and they was teaching us to love one another, to be brothers, and to protect one another until, I'm not sure, but I'm quite certain that this is what happened, because we were back and forth in Compton and Long Beach, and we were starting to get united. And somehow the police over there in Compton, I don't know if they were from 72nd or somewhere over there, they were like trying to get us to fight each other. And they didn't want to see us unite. The same thing they did when Huey was out here. Huey had us coming together and feeding. We was feeding the poor and having breakfast and lunches instead and bringing all the black people together. And they shot that heroin on us. That's where most of the Ace Deuces are now. I had a couple of brothers die in that bathroom right there with a needle in their arm. And that was one of our laws. We don't do white. No, we didn't even drink milk. White bread, why you think we eat brown bread? Niggas today still won't eat white bread. We don't do nothing white. You know, brown rice was the most healthy. So we were living out healthy. We was like under the leadership at this time of Elijah Muhammad, and he was like all in the hood. He had a little boxing thing going at Poly High School. I was boxing over there for a minute, but I couldn't take a punch. I don't hear no bells after I take a punch, and I got disqualified for not fighting, stop fighting. Nigga hit me, I just went off. So they disqualified me. But what was your question?
So you was talking about Huey Newton, right?
Yeah.
When does the Ace Deuces come into play?
Well, when Huey was marching, he started right there on 1-2 in California, actually on 10th Street. But 1-2 in California, like I'm saying, that was the melting pot. All the black-owned businesses, which is another thing, is not here anymore. All that area was all black-owned businesses. And Huey, he come down, like in those days, we can wear a scrap long as it was out. And our bullets, we can have them on. Long as it was out and you was over 21, you can have your scrap. So Huey, He coming down the street, he got like 200 soldiers with Tams on and black leather coats. That's where we got the leather coat from. You always see us in our SAP jacket. He coming down the street with the gas. Soon after that, we had that killing, that Rodney King style type of killing in Detroit, and all the blacks went off. And we start shooting white peoples. And that riot started in Detroit, but it ended up in Watts. And then it came to Long Beach, and that's when the Black Panthers and the Long Beach Police Department had a war. And so that's where everything started at, right there on 1-2. It's always there. Even if you see the parade that we have today for Martin, it starts right there.
And that's where the name comes from.
That's it. No, the name is 12th Street, 12th and Lewis. But right there, I'm saying, that's like, what do you call it, the red light district?
I'm saying Ace Deuce because of 1-2.
1-2, what's 12th Street?
Right.
That's Ace Deuce. Right. That's what it means.
Right.
We never even paid no attention. We were just bullshitting one day. Yeah, and nigga, Ace Deuce, nigga, it just kept going. But like I'm saying, a lot of people have us confused. They think like, yeah, nigga, we had guns. Nigga, we didn't have guns. We had them, but it was only for the revolution and war. Like, we ain't going to no war. We under Elijah. Elijah is teaching us that we're not fighting no white man's war. They tried to draft me, but I put a Cassius Clay on him. That's when he was still Cassius Clay. I pulled that on him. Like, put me in there with Cassius. I ain't going. Plus, I'm my mama's first son. I ain't going.
So look, Ace Deuce has nothing to do with the hat?
The hat? No, this hat, the shield.
I'm talking about your gang name.
Gang bang? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get it clear. Like, I've been across half the United States, and every town I came to, there was an east side, there was a street, and there was some niggas that represented that street. All the way, this area here is in every town you pass to. All the way to Chicago. My boy called it 110th Street.
I think the question is, Ace Deuces, a lot of people was on the belief that the Ace Deuce hats they had with the feather like Bobby used to wear.
Oh, you're talking about the pimp rim?
Yeah, the pimp. There you go, pimp.
No, that wasn't it. But even though we wore the Godfathers and the Ace Deuce hats, you know, because that's how he was. Niggas over here, they be dressed like we are right now. They got on sportswear and shit. Nigga, we got on 2-piece, 3-piece vests, double breast suits. We got our Stacey Adams on, and we got our buffing rag. Nigga, if you step on them Stacey's, you're gonna get handed a buffing rag. I ain't saying shit, nigga. You know what you did. If you don't, you be pulling them out your ass. That's for real. Nigga, you don't step on the Stacey's.
Hey, what year did you enter high school?
High school, that was 71.
Was there a gang scene when you entered high school?
At that time, not really. Not really, because in Long Beach, it wasn't really no gangs per se. Like, oh, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. We only had one little incident, Cal Rec against 19th Street Park. That's Ace Deuces against the Deuce Aces, 21st Street, or rather 19th Street. The niggas with mamas and daddies and cars and shit, you know. We don't let them over there. They can't come over there. But they want to come over there because we come over here. So we want to have a squabble about it. So, okay, we going to have a squabble. I'm leading the Ace Deuces from east side. We call that the east side over there. This wasn't shit. So we meet up right over here. And I'm thinking, I'm finna watch the whole crew fight. And I'm gonna see if my niggas working with. And the niggas were like, oh, no, this is what we gonna do. The two best men gonna fight. And whoever win gonna have say over the hood. I'm like, all right, now I know that's gonna be me. I don't know who I gotta fight. They say, Mug Man. I'm like, oh shit, what's this nigga's name? And he come out, he looked like a pit gorilla, man. I mean, God, this nigga huge, he big. I'm just country fight, Joe Foreman style nigga. I'm kind of pot gut. I'm like, the fuck is this nigga? Man, I'm like, oh, this gotta be quick. So as soon as he come out, and I ain't say shit, I just rushed him. Start dumping on him, and the nigga started going down. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Knock him off, you know. It was a wrap in like 60 seconds.
Did he have a name?
All I knew was Monk Man. They called him Monk Man. I'm like, shit, I see why. This nigga look like King Kong
look,
Jr.
What year did you guys establish Ace Deuce as a gang? What year was that?
Like I'm saying, it was never actually established as a gang, but it started in 60, I'd say it was 67. 67 when actually all the pimps, hustlers, and drug dealers around there, we kind of like work for them on the side. We watch the hoes and shit, you know, make sure they don't get no bum tricks, and they do, you know, smear the trick off, charge him some cash, and, you know, put him out. But as a gang, I'm saying we was never a gang. It was like a group of hustlers imitating hustlers and pimps. Most of my boys in Ace Deuce were pimps, and they got turned out with that smack and shit. And that's why most of them is gone. On that, I think it's probably like 1 or 2 still alive. William Joyner, he's now our pastor somewhere here in Long Beach.
Give us a roll call of the Ace Deuces, your crew. Your boys.
Starting from the top, it'll be Billy Brown, Dale Chavez, Ricky Cheatham, Mark Chavez, Skipper McCarnell, Chico Bell, who else? Robert Frazier, Fred Frazier, Jimmy Frazier, Charles Frazier, and what's my boy's name over there? The you should have the Cocoa Palms, the
Cecil?
The Cecils. The Cecil, a couple of the Cecil boys was in there.
Cecil Fuller.
Fuller, yeah. A couple of his sons and nephews was in there.
What were the Gators doing at that time? Were they part of Ace Deuce, or they?
No, the Gators wasn't a part of the Ace Deuces. Ace Deuce, like I say, it was an area, it was a street. And the area between, let's say 11th Street and Anaheim, from California to Alamedas, that was Ace Deuce area right there, Cal Rec. Right there, you know where Cal Rec is, across the street from Poly High School.
I don't know nothing about Long Beach.
Okay, that's Ace Deuce area. That's our home. That's our hood.
So basically, Ace Deuce is a neighborhood, not a gang. Is that what you're telling us?
It's a hood. It's a turf. It's not a gang. You know, if you over there 24/7, and you know all we do is hustle. We don't fight each other unless we have what we have is like class. Like when Chico Bell showed up.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you guys was fighting Comptons and other people in Long Beach or surrounding cities, the newspaper, is that where y'all got the label of being a gang?
I don't know how that got to be, but this is how I heard it was, and this is how I believe it was, because through the grapevine, like I was telling you earlier, Compton and Long Beach was following the laws that Huey and them had handed down to us, and that was black unity. When black unity started coming in, you see what they did to us at American when we were bringing all the Bloods and the Crips together. But the Bloods and Crips wasn't there yet. We were bringing Compton and Long Beach together, and somebody put some propaganda in it. They came over here and shot up some niggas, but it was the police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I clearly remember the mischaracterization.
And the police went over there and shot up the niggas and said it was us.
Yes.
And they know we don't even carry guns. All of a sudden, not just Ace Deuces getting shot, they didn't ever really shoot no Ace Deuces from our set. I don't know, like I say, it's Ace Deuce in every town that's got a 12th Street. But, and some of them don't even have 12th Streets and they call themselves Ace Deuce, but they got the game messed up. We wasn't like that.
Wait, rewind. Ace Deuce is 12th Street, not 21st Street?
21st Street is what Snoop Dogg talking about, 2-1 and Orange. This is 19th Street Park Hood. That's Dave Street.
Okay.
That's Snoop and them shit. You
But
know,
that's later on, though, right?
that's later on when that was that's like 10 years later. But before all of them was born, 19th Street Park, we called them 2-1. The opposite of us. We were 1-2. Like I say, we didn't get along, but then after we had to fight with Monkman, I had to fight with Monkman. We all united, but they didn't have the type of upbringing that we did. You know, they had mamas and daddies and shit.
What was the first official black gang in Long Beach?
The first official black gang in Long Beach, I would say it was the 20s, led by Mad Dog.
Give us a roll call of the 20s.
I ain't fuck with them. I ain't fuck with them because
What were the
they was on. They broke all the rules. They was slang powder to the hood, to their mamas. They didn't give a fuck. They was packing guns and shooting niggas and shit, throwing up signs and writing on walls. We never did no shit like that. We thought they was, you know, that they was just doing like everybody else, but they was changing the whole game. They was ripping off niggas. We didn't rip off niggas. We rip off woods. You know.
So when you say hustling, that's what you mean? That's what you guys were doing back then, ripping niggas off?
Not niggas. The system. We ripping the system out because the system ripped us off. They won't let us work. Me, I'm come from the country, nigga. I started working when I was 5 years old. I come out here and try to get a job. Oh, we don't have child labor out here. What the fuck is child labor? I can't work. When you get 15, you can get a per work permit. Nigga, that's 3 more years. I'm gonna starve to death. So I'm hustling. One of my hustles was, I think Taco Bell right there on 10th and Alamedas. They had a press telegram right there, 3-4 press telegram machines. I go over there, throw me a dime in there, take all the papers, go to the White Hood, slang them for $0.25. $1, nigga, you can get 5 items from Taco Bell, you want.
And you mentioned the Pike earlier.
The Pike, that was another hustle.
Explain to us what the Pike is.
The Pike was like a gigantic amusement park with like Coney Island or something like that. Have you ever been to one of those amusement parks with all roller coasters and all kinds of games and clowns and people around there? But the main thing about the Pike, you go down there, when we go down there, it's to make money. And we make money, you know, niggas be leaving they shit and they tripping and having all kind of fun, niggas dripping and slipping and, you know, do what we do.
And where was the Pike at?
The Pike was right there on Ocean Boulevard. Right now where you see the ocean at, the ocean was all the way up to Ocean Boulevard. They had a seawall right there, except for where the Pike was. And the Pike, it ran right into the beach. The roller coaster, I think 1/8 of it was in the water. So when you go around, you looking down, you see water. You know, they tore that down. That was Goliath. But the Pike was like one of the major hustle spots, and when you did have some money, you take your girl down there and treat her, you know, put her on the Ferris wheel.
What was your relations to the Gaither Boys?
Well, at first, we didn't fuck with the Gaither Boys. I didn't hear about the Gaither Boys until my sister got pregnant by one of my little homies that stayed over there in Willie's hood. He wouldn't let that whole boy in the park. And he come over to the house, he's like, man, I can't even go to my own damn park, man. These niggas won't even let me in my park. And what nigga won't let you in the park? Willie Gaither. The fuck is Willie Gaither, nigga? The nigga stay over there around the corner on 1-6, man. I'm like, nigga, let's go to the park. We go to the park, and all the Gaithers are sitting there, Willie and his little crew. And I walk over, I have a little conversation with him, like, you Willie, man? He was like, yeah, I'm Willie Gaither. I'm like, what's up, man? So I'm Billy Brown. He's like, yeah, I heard about you, man. You're Cal Reagan. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, my nigga stay right there, man. He's saying you won't let him in the park. Who, man? Like, my nigga right here. Like, I ain't never said a nigga can come in the park. And I'm like, oh, well, he under the impression because the Gator boys, you know, they whooping on niggas that come in who got the park. That was their park. Calrec was ours. This was the 20s park. 19th Street, 20th and 21st park. This was their park. After we started putting names and shit on it, and these the niggas that started the shit. They started putting names and shit on it instead of street numbers. They was the 20s, they was the this and that, and I'm like, man, they breaking it up. They breaking it up. And the next thing I know, like, once everybody thought that we had went down in Compton and shot up some niggas started coming up with Carip. I'm like, what the fuck is a Carip? And I'm like, I know they ain't saying cribs. They talking they some baby cribs. What the fuck are these niggas talking about? And that's when they start throwing up the sign and shit. And that's when they separated Cuz and Blood.
Well, let me ask you this. When was the first time, what year was it when you first heard the word Crip? What year was that in Long
That
Beach?
year had to be like 1970. I had heard it earlier, but like I said, it was sounding like some bullshit. It was like, crib. I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about? And I'm walking out, niggas is throwing up C's, and I'm like, what's going on, man? I said,
These are
niggas
Long
done
Beach
changed
dudes
shit.
you're talking about right now?
Yeah, but these are wannabe niggas. They done heard some shit. They done been to camp, been to jail. They done met some niggas from other hoods, and they come back with all this information. And they come back talking about they Crips. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck a Crip is. What the fuck do y'all do?